You are probably a unique Baltimore business that you've had two presidents visit you, President Clinton and President Obama. Can you tell us about those experiences and why they visited you?
Yeah, actually, President Clinton didn't visit us. He was scheduled to, and he didn't. And we got engaged with him over the issue of NAFTA. Right after President Clinton was elected, he inherited President Bush's trade initiative of North American Free Trade Agreement. And Clinton decided to endorse that. And our company, actually more technically, our union, at the time we were unionized, our steelworkers endorsed NAFTA and became the only union in the country to formally endorse NAFTA. Why do they do that? Because they know that duties are an impediment to trade, and reducing duties to Mexico has been good for our business. We do more business in Mexico now than we used to 20 years ago. So it was the right move, but that gained us some notoriety or attention with the Clinton administration, and so we did spend a lot of time in the White House, not Clinton coming to Baltimore. Then, so go to the current administration. President Obama wanted to talk about where growth was occurring, and during the Great Recession, he rightly pointed out that exports would be a good way to do that. He created a national export initiative to double exports, and we're sort of a natural poster child for that, and somehow the administration picked, let's see what's in Baltimore. And Baltimore said, well, you should go to Ellicott. And they go through a series of vetting, which is pretty interesting when someone may visit, someone from DC may visit, maybe a high-profile person, and you have to turn your world upside down to accommodate him. So it was about 2 years ago that he came to visit. It was a lot of fun. I think we're probably done with presidential visits, but we produce a tangible manufactured product that's all over the world. We use the Port of Baltimore. It's red, white, and blue. It's frankly, not everyone may agree, but a dredge is a sexy product.
So your business has been around, what, 130 years?
130 years this year.
Back in the end of the 1999, you've had some serious challenges. Can you walk us through that? We love telling stories about the challenges that entrepreneurs deal with.
Oh my goodness.
And we've got a couple more minutes to tell you, but that was a
tough time. So in the late 90s, we signed a big contract with the Thai government. It was over $50 million. And it was to provide some dredges for harbor work. And the Thai government, right after we signed the contract, the collapse of the Thai baht precipitated the Asian financial crisis. The government fell, and they defaulted on their payments to us. And we were a pretty small company at the time, and we recognized that this was going to blow a hole in our balance sheet to have this big payment. It was like the snake swallowing the rabbit. The rabbit was going through the snake, and we stopped digesting it all of a sudden. So it did lead to our demise, and we were able to work with our bank, who understood that it was an external factor that caused this. We basically liquidated the company, gave it back to the bank, and with the last few nickels we could scrape together, we bought back the bank, and we bought back the assets of the business from the bank, and which had some advantages, because frankly, a 100-year-old business in America today, you have accumulated potential liabilities, it's product liability, whatever. So we started off with a cleaner balance sheet. We refocused our strategy because we needed to. We downsized, we refocused on standard product that we could sell, and this strategy sort of coincided with a change in the marketplace. And after the Thai thing went away, our basic markets improved. The dollar was favorable to us, and we were able to grow quite rapidly. We bought a little business in Kansas City, which had a great product, but which was in financial trouble. Had to take a second mortgage on my house to make that happen. There were a lot of scary moments, but we were able to catch the wind at the right time. So I'm sort of skimming over the pain of that transition, but some good things. We were able to, I guess as Rahm Emanuel says, no crisis should go wasted, and we didn't waste that crisis.
So you graduated from Harvard Business School, and probably 90% of the graduates went on to investment banking, consulting, or technology companies. You went into the dredging business. Looking back on your career, did you make the right decision?
Boy, so here's a data point to add to that. When I graduated from the business school, the Dow was under 1,000 and had been for 20 years, and now what is it? 17,000. So if you just you put your boat in that tide, you did pretty well over the last 30-some years. I knew what I wanted. I wanted to be in a small business and have a lot of responsibility early, and I knew I wanted to be involved in overseas markets. So I think I didn't want the cyclicality and the little bit of the drama that accompanied that, but I got what I wanted, so I have to say I had my eyes open, and it's turned out just fine.